In Pokrovsk direction of Donetsk Oblast, battles for Shevchenko is reaching a new intensity as Russian commanders have thrown hundreds of soldiers into the Ukrainian meat grinder. Ukrainians are turning this determination back against them, driving a spear into Russian advancements while securing a ring of fortresses around the town. Euromaidan Press media outlet reports. Ukrainians continue their counteroffensive to fully recapture the key settlements of Shevchenko. Strategically located on elevated terrain, it plays a critical role in the broader Ukrainian plan to establish a fortified defense line around Pokrovsk on the high ground. With the infamous mud season intensifying, low-lying areas will soon become swampy traps, bogging down Russian troop movements and turning supply runs into logistical nightmares. In contrast, Ukrainian forces aim to establish fortified positions on drier, more manageable terrain with direct and secure lines to Pokrovsk itself. In this way, they hope to turn the seasonal shift into a strategic advantage. Russians stuck in the mud below, limited to pushing forward infantry on foot or even using donkeys to carry supplies, while Ukrainians maintain control from above, Euromaidan Press says. Currently, Shevchenko remains a fiercely contested battleground. After breaking through Russian lines and entering the settlement, Ukrainian units moved quickly to cut off Russian reinforcement routes. However, Russian commanders clearly understand the settlement's importance and are determined not to let it go without a fight. Russian forces have been funneling reinforcements into the area in constant waves, often large infantry groups aimed at disrupting clearing operations and preventing Ukrainians from consolidating control. Russian troops are using the three belts near the local railway to approach Shevchenko with some cover from Ukrainian drones, but this tactic is proving increasingly costly. With so many units packed into narrow corridors and exposed to coordinated drone and artillery strikes, Russian losses are mounting. Meanwhile, the front line outside the settlement remains fluid, marked by brutal close-quarters combat and drone strikes. Still, Ukrainian momentum continues to build. At the heart of this push is the Ukrainian Skala Regiment, a battle-hardened unit that has become the tip of the spear in Ukraine's Pokrovsk counteroffensive. Known for its precision, adaptability and integration of drone warfare into frontline tactics, the Skala Regiment has been repeatedly deployed to lead critical breakthroughs. Their operations in Shevchenko have been instrumental in slicing through Russian defenses, with the unit publishing geolocated videos showcasing their deadly efficiency. Euromaidan Press says, as a result, Russian losses have been staggering, with over 1,100 troops killed in and around Shevchenko alone. Ukrainian infantry, supported by drone operators, have turned the village into a death trap for invading units. These losses are especially damaging given the broader context of the Pokrovsk front, where Russia has deployed around 70,000 troops, making it one of their most heavily reinforced sectors. Yet, with Ukraine's counteroffensive applying sustained pressure, Russian commanders have been forced to redeploy even more units to hold the line. Despite being outnumbered, Ukrainian forces are proving that numbers alone don't determine victory, Euromaidan Press says. Their effective use of drones, artillery and tightly coordinated infantry maneuvers allows them to inflict disproportionate losses, turning technological advantages and battlefield experience into a deadly edge. Russia may still have the manpower, but losses like those in Shevchenko are not easily replaced. Ukraine, meanwhile, must use its available forces judiciously, balancing offensive thrusts with the need to hold fortified lines. Overall, as the fight for Shevchenko continues, Ukrainian command remains focused on clearing the entire western flank around Pokrovsk.
The 5th Separate Assault Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 93rd Brigade and the Phoenix Drone Unit of the State Border Service of Ukraine have repelled a series of attacks by the occupying Russian army near the city of Kramatorsk in Donetsk region. The invaders attempted to launch 5 attacks in one day with dozens of armored combat vehicles. All attempts were unsuccessful due to the joint actions of Ukrainian drone operators and artillery forces. As a result, 13 armored vehicles were taken out of service, 9 of which were completely destroyed along with their crews, and 4 were seriously damaged. A large part of the infantry participating in the attack was also destroyed.